Hello everyone, welcome back. In this part, we are going to learn about loops in Linux shell scripting. Loops are used to repeat commands multiple times, which make scripts faster and more efficient. So by the end of this part, you will understand the for loop, the while loop, and the until loop. And also, you will take a look at how to use them with examples. Okay, so we shall take a look at that. Okay, so a loop is a structure that executes a block of commands repeatedly until a condition is met or a list of items is finished. Okay, so loops are extremely useful for processing files, repeating calculations, running tasks multiple times automatically. Okay, so Linux provides three main types of loops in shell scripting. We have the first one, which are called the for loop, while loop, and the until loop. Okay, so let us first take a look at the for loop. Okay, so the for loop is used to iterate over a list of items. Okay, so let us take a look at the for loop. Okay, so we are going to create our script. So we are going to use nano, and then we are going to call it na. Let us call it na dot sh, like that, whatever name you want, and then we are going to save, and then we exit. Save, and then press Control X to exit. So for saving, you press Control S to save and Control X to exit. Okay, so from there we are going to add our permission. We are going to add the execute permission. So we add it like this, and then we add the execute permission to our script, like that. So now we have added the execute permission. Okay, so inside our, let us go inside our file, then we add that shebang line. Okay, so let us now take a look at how we can use a for loop. Okay, so to use the for loop, let us create a list of an array of flutes. Okay, so if we create flutes here, okay, but let us take a look at let us first take a look at the syntax of a for loop. Okay, so we use the for keyword, and then we set the variable inside in our list. Okay, in our list. Okay, so we need to have a certain variable that can help us. So here we are accessing a variable inside a list. Okay, inside the list or an array. Okay, so from there we are going to do something. So we use the do keyword, and then down here we can provide some commands that we can do with each variable that we are extracting from a certain list. Okay, so from there we can use the done. Okay, the done to finish our for loop. Okay, so the example that I'm going to provide, this one I'm going to provide an example of about flutes. Okay, so this one is going to be a flute. For a single flute in a list of flutes, and we are going to have apple. Apple is the first, and then we are going to have banana, like that, and the second is going to be orange, like that. Okay, you can use 1 2 3 just like that, so you can use 1 2 3 like that. Okay, whatever you want. Okay, but let me use strings. Okay, let me use strings called control. So to undo, let me use control Z, like that. Okay, so from there we are going to do something with each flute. So we are going to echo out I like. So let us get I like. I like what? I like our flute. Oh, no. Let us cancel. Okay. Okay. So our flute, we want to get our flute, so we use the dollar sign and then the name of our variable, which is this one. Okay. So from there, if we try to save and then we exit and then we try to execute, like that, na.sh. So as you can see, we output all our flutes. We loop through the list of all our flutes. Okay, so flute is the loop variable, and the loop goes through each item in a list. Okay, and commands inside the loop are executed for every item. Okay, So let us now take a look at how we can use a number. So you can also loop over numbers using Blaze expansion. Let us go back. So I told you we can use numbers like 1, 2, 3, like that, and then 4. Save, we try to execute, we get that output. Okay, but we can also use like a range. Okay, so we can use, instead of having 1, 2, 3 like that, we can use curly brackets, and then we define from 1 dot dot up to 4, like that. We save, we exit, we try to run. As you can see, we get the same output. Okay, and these are prints and numbers from 1 to 4. Okay, so let us take a look at the while loop. Okay, so the while loop executes a block of code, executes a block of commands as long as a condition is true. Okay, so let us take a look at it. Inside here, we are going to have a while loop. So this is the syntax for a while loop. We use the while keyword. Then we have inside the square brackets, we can have a certain condition, like that. Then from there, we can do something. We use the do keyword to say that we are going to do something, and then we can write certain commands there. And from there, we can use the done to finish our loop, our while loop there. Okay. So let us create a variable here that we can work with, and let us name it count, and we set it to be equals to 1. Okay. We want to run this loop as long as okay, but want to run this loop, but we want to say that our variable count is less than or equals to 5. Okay, it is less than or equals to 5, so we are going to run it as long as count is less than or equals to 5. Okay, like that. So, okay, so what are we going to do? So we are going to do something. We are going to echo out our count variable is in that current iteration. We output our count. Okay, so from there, after outputting our count, we are going to set the count, our count variable. We are going to reset it to be equals to going to be equals to it's going to be equals to count, but we want to increment. Let us increment it. Let's add 1. Okay, to that current count. Okay, so from there we can save, and then we exit, then we try. Okay, as you can see, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, like that. Okay, so let me explain what's taking place. So the loop continues as long as count is less than or equals to 5. Okay, and this line here, this one increases the counter each iteration. Okay, and when the condition becomes false, the loop stops. Okay, when count is has become greater than 5. Okay, because our condition says that count is less than or equals to 5, so it cannot exceed 6. Okay, and as long as and when it exceeds 5, it cannot exceed 5, and when it exceeds 5, we exit out of the loop. Okay, we get out of the loop. Okay, so let us take a look at the until loop. The until loop is similar to the while loop, but it runs until the condition becomes true. Okay, so let us take a look at it. Let us go down here. So this is the syntax. We use the until keyword, and then the condition, like the while loop. Okay, and down here we can do something, and then we can have some commands. We indent commands down there. They can be there, and then we can use the done keyword to finish our until loop. Okay, like that. Let's take a look at a certain example. So let us use our count variable. It's still there. Let us use it. So let us come here. We can create it again. Okay, but let us not create it again. Let us use that same count we defined up there. So let us check these conditions. Let us set a condition. So we want to set count is greater than 5. Okay, it's greater than 5. Okay, so from there we are going to do something. We are going to echo out count is, then dollar sign to get access to our count value, like that. Then from there, we can set the count to be equals to, let us set it to be equals to parentheses, then inside we can have count, then let us add a 1, like that. Add a 1, like that. Okay, so if we save and then we try to exit and then we run our script, we get count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that, up to 5. Wow, what's wrong here? Let us go back and let us delete this one. It's affecting our output. We save, we exit, we run again, we get that output. Okay, we save, we exit. So here, let me explain what's taking place. So the loop runs as long as the condition, this one that we have set, the condition, this condition we have set is false. Okay, so it's going to run as long as this condition is false. Okay, so as you can see here, count is greater than 5. Is it greater than 5? As you can see, no, it is not greater than 5, which means we have false. Okay, so we are going to run this one, we are going to run this one, and we keep on increment. So we are going to output this one, and we keep on incrementing. Okay, incrementing count. Okay, until it becomes true, until it becomes 6. Okay, and when it becomes 6 and we check the condition again, it means this condition is now going to evaluate to true, and as long as it becomes true, we exit out of the loop. Okay, so once the condition becomes true, the loop stops, and it's essentially the opposite of a while loop. Okay, so we can save and then we can run. Okay, so now let us take a look at how we can loop through arrays. Okay, you can loop through arrays. Okay, so we have seen how we can loop through, how we can use arrays. So you can take a look at that by yourself, and if you have been, and if you, it has been your code, the code that you have written has been successful, or you can go back and refer to our examples, and if your code that you have written has run successfully, you can leave a comment there that you have executed your lines of code without you have written your loops, okay, without my help. Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you.